Hello everybody from Plant Reviews. Today is the 20th of March and I'm talking in this video about one of the most famous daffodils in the United Kingdom and actually in many countries in Europe. Indeed, this is a variety selected in the Netherlands, and this is the daffodil, the Narcissus Ice Follies. I have a few of these daffodils that have been eaten quite badly by slugs, a few of these flowers, but luckily the slugs spared some of these gorgeous blooms. Ice Follies is a daffodil variety in the group the second group of the daffodil classification. That are the large capped, so-called because, of course, the cap, or also called corona, is pretty large. They have the largest corona among the daffodil groups after the trumpets. The trumpet, the first group, they have the longest corona. These ones, the large cap, the corona is about I would say about the same, no, a little bit shorter than the tepal size, but still, it is still quite big. I would say that overall covers across half of the diameter of the flower, as you can see. These daffodils are quite tall. They are over 60 centimeters tall in the largest specimen, and they bloom between late winter and early spring. Tomorrow should be, well, I'm not too sure if it's today or tomorrow, the first day of spring. I have to check because every year is different. Sometimes can be the 20th of March, sometimes the 21st. Anyway, we are across spring, and this is the period where when this daffodil blooms here in the United Kingdom. The breed of the daffodil Ice Follies was the company Konynenburg and Mark in the Netherlands, and it was registered before 1953, so it's quite an old variety of daffodil. The seed parent is John Evelyn. This information I found on the DaffSeek. Unfortunately, I didn't find any other information about the pollen parent of this variety. The flower is about 10 centimeters, can be up to 10 centimeters across. Mine are a little bit smaller, probably about 8 to 9 centimeters across. It really depends, obviously, by the conditions. As you can see, my border is quite crowded with bulbs and other plants, so if I had more space in between, probably I would have had bigger flowers. Also, I was not very good in fertilizing last year, so this might have affected the overall diameter of the flowers. Anyway, as you can see, actually they look really gorgeous in this spring border across other blooming plants like the Ficaria verna. This one is another daffodil species. I think this one is called Delibes. Anyway, if you like flowers in pastel tones, definitely I can recommend the Ice Follies. You can see how beautiful and delicate the color of the flower is, and also they are quite big, so they certainly don't go unnoticed in a garden. And you can see, oh, now the sun is shining, how nice is the contrast between the yellow cap and the creamy white perianth. The perianth is the 6 tepals in the daffodils. This flower is a peculiarity because the corona actually ages in a different color. So you can see most of my daffodils have opened in the last few days, so they are yellow. However, the more the flower gets old, the more the perianth, the cap, becomes paler, and actually at some point and probably you can see here in this one the color is already fading to a cream, very similar actually to the one to the color of the perianth. You can actually see the difference between this flower that has this yellow color still just in the center of the petal, while the rest of the corona is mostly white, and this other flower that instead has an overall yellow corona, even on the sides, as you can see. I think it is quite clear the difference between the color of the corona in this freshly opened flower and the color of the corona in this one that is aging. In time, the corona will be about the same color of the tepals, so you will have kind of a mixed border with white and yellow flower, bright yellow corona with flowers with bright yellow corona, and other flowers instead where the corona is going to be more like creamy yellow or cream ending in white, like also in these other flowers that opened quite a few days ago. About the fragrance is very, very delicate. Honestly, I don't smell the scent of this daffodil when I go in the garden. It's very light. However, if you actually put the nose in the flower, the scent is actually a very nice, kind of sweet. Yeah, that's the best description I can give about the fragrance of this daffodil variety. Definitely not one of the strongest fragrance you can find among the daffodils, among the daffodil varieties, but still very pleasant. So if you have a bunch of flowers indoors and you smell them every now and then, it is actually a nice note, a nice scent to smell. About this daffodil, Ice Follies is one of the most common daffodils you can find on the market in the UK. You can find it almost in every garden center, really, bulbs of this flower, of this variety in autumn, and usually there are so many bulbs of Ice Follies that several times you can buy them also for clearance at the end of the season of the autumn planting bulbs. So usually about November, December, you can buy them in bulk on clearance at very cheap prices. Sometimes also some companies give them as a free gift. Indeed, I had these ones, I believe, from J. Parker's some years ago when I bought other bulbs, and the variety is really one of the best in my opinion for the gardens, because it's very hardy. It's hardy between USDA zones 3 and 8, probably up to 9 really. So I think, pretty sure it can grow very well also in the Mediterranean climate countries. Anyway, in the UK, in the United Kingdom, you can grow this one basically all across the country. As usual for daffodils, they love full sun or at least partial shade. Indeed, I have a couple of Ice Follies here as well in my partial shade area of the shade garden, as you can see. I'm sorry that my garden still looks a bit like a mess. I have a few pots with pretty rare bulbs in the middle, but yeah, it is a very easy daffodil to grow, very resistant. It is the only thing is daffodil bulbs, of course, need to be planted in very well drained soil, because especially in summer when they are dormant, they tend to rot. So the cycle basically is you plant the bulbs in autumn. You plant them about 10-15 centimeters deep in the soil, and they will start producing the leaves usually in late autumn, early winter, and then they will bloom between late winter and early spring. Most of the varieties, including this one, the Ice Follies, that is a large capped one. Then after the flowers fade, the leaves will continue to stay for a few more weeks until usually late spring, early summer, when then they will die down and the bulbs go dormant. If you have them in a pot, it's very important not to water the pot, because the bulb when dormant is very sensitive to rotting. If you have them in a garden, of course, if you plant them in very, very well drained soil, the water will go through the ground, so the bulbs anyway will not stay too wet, and they will not risk to rot and come back in late autumn. As usual, in late autumn, yes, they will start sprouting in late autumn. As usual, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you'd like to write me any questions about this variety in particular, or any other plants I have I feature in my YouTube channel, just write your questions in the comments down below, and I will be more than happy to answer you. As usual, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.